Alright guys, for those of you who have a no start problem, or you're driving down the road and all of a sudden your truck dies, surges, and you have to pull over the side of the road because you got no power. Well, this is what I come up with. I've got a 2003 Cummins Common Rail in my F250 Cummins conversion. As you can hear, lift pump making noise. That's a good thing. I noticed that when basically I broke down on the side of the road, I did not hear the lift pump come on. Well, the stock lift pump is way back there behind your filter housing. So Chrysler makes a Cummins conversion to where they will remove that lift pump and they will put it in your fuel tank. Seems like a pain in the ass to me. So this is basically for the guys that do not have a fast pump or an air dog or anything like that. But I know the FCA has had a lot of problems, but usually from what I've seen, most of them don't ever have a problem stalling out, they just lose power. Well, this right here is your stock lift pump. You have 4 hex bolts and a connector. Be careful that you do not break your connector, because mine did. As soon as I grabbed a hold of the plug, the wires just blew apart. That could have also been a problem, but since I was in there, I figured might as well just replace this and be done with it. And for the 03s, they give you this tubing, some fittings, new O-rings. Make sure you lube your O-ring. And for those of you that think you might have a fuel control actuator problem, this is it. This is not cheap. You can probably find them on Amazon, maybe 150 bucks. Some of you might get lucky and find them a little cheaper. But from the dealer, they're pretty close to being around 300 bucks. That was not my problem, but I got that just in case later on down the road it becomes a problem. So there you have it. Stock lift pump, 4 hex bolts, back of your fuel filter. Pop it out, make sure you pull the old O-ring out if it does not come out. And be careful with your connector and plug everything back in and prime your fuel filter. A few times cycling the key and you should be golden. Here you have it. We'll fire her up. I should have made a video of me doing it through the whole process, but I didn't even think of it. Some of the symptoms that I had was, when I lost power, I pulled over the side of the road and all of a sudden I had no power, couldn't get the thing to start, so I thought maybe I popped my inertia switch right down there. That was not tripped. So after cranking it a while, I finally got it started again, no problems. Drove it maybe 5 miles and all of a sudden dies out on me again. And I just went through that process about 5 times until I could get it into my driveway, and it died right in my driveway, and at that point I could not get it started at all. And went through the process. I tested the voltage. I did have proper voltage, 12 volts to the pump, and that was that. So I figured, alright, I'll drain the fuel on that, and I could not get my fuel filters to prime back up. So at that point I knew I had a lift pump problem. There you have it, guys. 2006 F250, the 5.9 Common Rail Cummins. It's been an awesome truck for me so far. I have not really had any problems with it. If you have any questions or concerns with anything you want to do to your Cummins, comment and let me know. It's been pretty awesome for me. There we go. Still fairly new. Not a speck of rust on it. Well, comment and subscribe, guys. Have a good one.